Hi, my name is Tim Sway. You may remember me from such videos as Palletwood Lego Cabinet and Snowski Double Bass, but today I'm here to talk to you about something completely different. How to make a living as a maker. No, but seriously, that is kind of what this video is about. I've been making these like wooden signs out of some reclaimed cedar, and also these little buttons, and I've been posting pictures of them. All these different designs and stuff. And I've been posting pictures of them on my social media, and people were asking if I was going to make a video about it. And I was like, well, no, not really, because it's really just about some simple CNC templates that I set up that I'm going to run. And then that got me thinking about, well, maybe I should explain, why I'm making these, and a little bit about sort of behind the scenes of how I can manage to do this stuff full time. If you're interested in this stuff, let me know in the comments below, because maybe I'll do a whole series of it, but I was going to focus just strictly today on the CNC machine. I know, the most controversial tool in like any shop, right? Now, you don't spend like the kind of money that it costs to buy machines like this and the software like this to make little buttons and signs for Etsy. Like, that's just doesn't make sense, right? You buy them because you want to use them to either automate, some step of your manufacturing to expedite time, to keep costs down. Maybe you buy them because you're an inventor and you want to invent new things. Maybe you buy them because you're passionate about something and you want to, turn your passion into a reality and develop your designs that way. But there's also a lot of time that the machine's just sitting there. Now, the key that I have found to succeeding as an artist or a business person or whatever you want to call someone like me is multiple streams of income. I can't stress that enough. If you have like one client that orders like 10 tables off you every month and that's enough to pay your bills, that's awesome. But get another client, because the day that client's gone, you're out of business, right? So what I was thinking about is that one of my multiple streams of income is my Etsy store. And I've been neglecting that for a while. So I had a little time and I decided that I would put something back into my Etsy store to see if I can make that another sort of passive source of income stream to keep my business afloat for weeks like that where I don't have any work going. Now, I didn't actually necessarily sell a lot of stuff. I just started listing it. So that week, maybe I didn't actually make any money, but I set up the groundwork to make money in the future in a way that's going to be simple and easy for me and not be a big chore. So this is what I did. I set up a basic button template. It's a slightly radius circle, so it looks like a button. And now with that template set up, I can just very quickly import whatever graphic I want to use, turn it into a very simple vector, and then make it 3D. It really takes me about 4 minutes now to get this button ready to go and have the G-code ready. I have this piece of wood that's like a blank that's cut, and it's all set up so I can just slide it into a fence, screw it down, hit print. I don't even have to go back into Vectric again. I could just print these as people order them. And maybe the fence will get moved while I do work, but it's simple enough to set it up again and zero it. It'll only take a matter of minutes. And I have another fence you can see set up. It's a little bit wider, and that's for some signs that I'm starting to set up in the same way, where I can have these blanks of wood ready to go. It takes about 15 minutes to cut one of these buttons, but it's not 15 minutes that I need to stand there watching it. I can do other things. You can see me wrapping boxes in the back, and now I'm designing another button to go in. And the same thing could happen if someone orders one. I can just simply set the machine up, stick it in, go back to work, and it's just now the machine is actually producing instead of sitting idle. It just makes sense to me when you have something this big and this expensive in your shop that can run without you standing next to it. If you have it running, it's going to be better for everyone. There's very little handwork that goes into making these, which is also part of the idea. I have two little tabs I have to sand off. You can kind of see them there. It takes 2 seconds, and then I put a little bit of black stain on it, and I set it down and let it dry. Now, I just started printing that other button that I had just designed a few minutes ago, and I can get back to work in my shop, doing all the things that I need to do, and just knowing that I have an employee, in essence, in the back making things for me. Again, very little handwork. Now all I need to do is just do a quick sanding to reveal some contrast, and the button is done. I have to glue the backing onto it. I just didn't have any on me at the time. And that's all there is to it. Now I can have another simple product I can add to my Etsy listing, which is again automated because I just copy the last button I made, change a couple pictures, change a couple words, and within minutes I'm done. It's listed. Now, this is not a done deal. This is an ever-growing and evolving thing. Now that I have these templates set up and I have the blanks prepared, I can continue to grow with this. If I get an idea for a funny button or maybe something topical or trendy, I can plug it in, print out one, take a picture of it, put it on Etsy. Maybe I'll sell that one, maybe I'll sell none of them, maybe I'll sell 100 of them. Wouldn't that be a kick in the pants? But you never know. And the idea is that I'm being proactive and I'm growing my business. Obviously, there's other ways of doing that, such as knocking on doors and making phone calls and searching, through listings of people looking for things. But this is just another approach to that, another thing to give you sort of a break in that routine. What I used to do is I used to just make some fanciful piece of furniture or sculpture or something out of my own imagination and out of my own collection of free junk, and hope someone liked it enough to buy it on Etsy or on some other online retailer, which is also a great thing to do. But what happens is that if it's a larger, more expensive item, you have more time invested into it, and you have more product invested into it, and it's also less likely to find a home because it's more difficult to sell more expensive things sometimes. So I'm steering away from that right now, and I am trying something new. That's another big part of this, is always be fluid and flexible and be willing to try something new, because if you can't do that, you're going to get really bogged down. This video, for example, is me trying something new, and I would love to hear what you think about it, whether you'd be interested in more of this type of thing, about sort of like behind the scenes on making it as a maker. Maybe you're not. Maybe you think this is horrible. Let me know that too. But I'd appreciate it either way. Now, one of the other ways that I continue to make a living doing this stuff is via YouTube, which is a great way to do creative and new and fun things and share ideas. And so if you like, share, and subscribe this video, that is an awesome way to help support. And also another one of my multiple streams of income is Patreon at patreon.com/TimSway. Like $1 a month makes a huge difference to help me be able to take time away from cranking out buttons or making coffee tables to do this, what I consider kind of more fun and interactive and maybe more valuable form of making, which is making content that will hopefully entertain at the very least, or inspire and make you think, and potentially put a smile on your face. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you around the interweb. Be good.